Apologies from the Secretary General. He has a sore throat and he doesn't want to speak with a hoarse voice. Thank you, everybody. Now, I'll keep it short because after such a long speech by our Vice Captain, Ernest Wendo, I don't want to say more. Captain, what Ms. Wendo was telling you, he was borrowing from the late Tanzanian President Magufuli, that happened kuchapa kazi, sio maneno, and walichapa kazi, and that's why we are here. So I also want to add my voice to the compliments being given to SportPesa. I think there are one thing we are forgetting. We imagine that SportPesa just happened around. We don't remember that we had a sponsor, and then they left us. Then we didn't know, we were paying salaries, and then they left us. So now we didn't know where to start. And then we got another one who stayed for weeks, then left us. And at that point it was, now I think this team we are going to disband it. Then SportPesa came around. And if I remember well, I think Gelfas is not giving himself some credit. I think it wasn't a case of SportPesa saying you're going to pay. I think they said, why should we be your agents for paying salaries? And Gelfas had really convinced them why. Because people always say there, SportPesa found that the EC was diverting the money from salaries and doing other things. The point is, like now we are going for CAF. We will need to buy tickets and so on. The sponsorship used to work that we are paid maybe quarterly. So when it comes, you buy tickets, you sign new players, you renew contracts of players, then end of month has reached, now you are short of money. So I remember the CEO one day telling me that, Chairman, if we get SportPesa, let's plead with them so that we don't touch salaries. Because once we don't have it, we always know how to struggle with training and transport. That one will always be there whether they give you the whole amount to pay salaries or not, because it's never enough. So let them pay salaries. And Gelfas and Captain managed to persuade the people who are in charge of finances that please let us become salary agents of God. So thank you very much, SportPesa, for agreeing to be our salary agent. And thank you, Gelfas, for being a good negotiator. Coach said something which reminded me about 2013. We qualified for CAF, we went to play Gabon and we won. We qualified for the second preliminary round. So we came from Libreville via Kigali. And when we reached there, news came that God has been drawn against you. I saw the coach then, Bob Williamson. He wasn't looking as happy as everybody was. So I asked him, Coach, what's happening? Oh, I've already got news that we have been drawn against Esperance. So before we could reach Nairobi, he was already planning how he will tackle Esperance. As we were still celebrating, waiting to be received with joy, but the coach was already thinking of Esperance. So I'm sure after the victory, Jonathan was already thinking of how do we tackle CAF. And we in management also, we were already thinking how are we going to raise money for CAF. So you players also start thinking how are you going to tackle CAF. But you can see that with belief, everything is possible. If you believe and if you deliver, look at how many people now calling you to congratulate you. If you do your work on the pitch, in training, win matches, then you open doors. So the key is in your mind, your mentality, and in your feet. Concentrate, do your work, win, and you will open keys. People will come to support you. People will come to want to take you to the next level. People will want to ask you what can we do to make you better? So as you go for the recess, when you come back, work knowing that you're the key to improvement, the key to the next level is in your hands. If you do your job, you get results, the support will always be there. And when you are not winning, who wants to associate with you? But if you win, or you may not win, but if people see effort, they say surely they did well, they were unlucky, they did well, the officiating was biased, they did well, but the opponents were better. You will get the support. So for players, just do your work, and you'll open your doors to a bigger opportunity